Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. James here. Now I am in Cloudcroft, New Mexico. Right now, I'm just a little rest and relaxation with my girlfriend, just enjoying the sights, hiking. And there's a lot of pine trees in this area, something that is not found normally in my environment, the desert. And so I'm going to take advantage of that situation, and I'm going to make some pine needle tea. Now, pine needle tea is, one, it's a delicious tea, and two, it's really good when you have a cold, on a winter day, when it's cold, because it has medicinal properties to it. If you have mucus and congestion, it helps you out with that. It also has 3 to 4 times the amount of of vitamin C than an orange does. So it's really good. So I'm going to take advantage once again, and I'm going to gather up some needles. And there's a stream nearby. I'm going to fill up my water cup, and we'll get a fire going. So stay with us. Okay, so there's a nice little stream here. I'm just gonna cover my cup and just fill this up. You better hurry, the rain's picking up. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we're back. We had to take a little break because we got a little storm, so we took a little break. But we're back. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. Now, there's different methods. For example, I've seen Dave Canterbury. He likes to chop it up into little pieces with his knife, get the little pieces of the needles. I'm going to go the Mitch route from Native Survival. I think his route is really neat. And what he likes to do is he likes to cut a piece of the whole thing. I don't know the wrong thing. He likes to cut a piece of the whole thing. That way he doesn't have the needles in his drink. And, if you swallow it, the needles are kind of hard. So just get the entire thing, and so you can have it in the water. So when it's ready, you could just pull the whole thing out. So I think this will be fine. I'll take one more just in case. And if you notice, this is nice and green, so it's nice and healthy. So I think this will be enough for 1 cup. Alright, so now we're gonna make a fire. Okay, so it took us about an hour to get this fire going. We had some constant rain, and it was quite an uphill battle, but we got it. So we put a little bit more wood than necessary just to play it safe, because I kept going out with the moisture. But this is pretty good right here, and it's warming too, because man, I was soaked and I was cold. But this is pretty good. So I have my water right here with a cup of a bit of rainwater in there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to place the pine needles here yet. I'm just going to let the water boil, get it nice and hot. So I have some rocks around my fire. I'm just going to place it around here. Not too difficult, not too in there where it's difficult for me to pull it out, but just enough where it's getting a lot of heat. In fact, I'll move this piece of rotting wood closer on here for the heat. And we're just going to wait for this to start boiling. Okay, so I can hear my water boiling. So, lifting the lid. Yeah, it's boiling. Okay, so just with my bandana, I'm just going to remove it from the fire. And I did get a second, the rest of my canteen, I did fill it up with water so we can eat some soup, because we got hungry while we were shooting this video. So just disregard that one. So I'm going to remove this. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and let these guys steep in there. Now once again, a lot of guys, they just throw it in there, and that's fine. I learned this watching Mitch from Native Survival's channel, and I thought it was really interesting. He just places it in here, and he's going to leave it on here. You just leave it on here for about 15 minutes, just to let the vitamins and all the nutrients seep into the water. So it's been about 20 minutes. So it should be cool by now. It should be steeped. It shouldn't be too hot, and it shouldn't be too cold. I had it by the rocks for a good 10 minutes, Not so it could boil, but just to keep it warm. And now I let it cool off for a bit, so it should be pretty good. Now, once again, I learned this from Mitch from Native Survival, watching his YouTube channel. And check this out. Now, earlier you saw me when I was gathering the pine needles. They were very bright green, but after I left them in here to steep, check it out. They're very brown. You know, they lost all their nutrients. And if you notice, the water has a greenish tinge to it as well. So, I'd say that's pretty damn good. Okay, now once again, this has a very high concentration of vitamin C. So that's going to help you out, especially during the winter months when you're getting colds and flus and all that. It has medicinal value. Say you have just snot, congestion, you have mucus. This really helps you out. A pine tree, if you have it in your backyard, just get some fire going on your stove and just go get some pine needles. So this should be pretty good to go. Still quite hot, but it's really good. If you want, you can put sugar. There's variations. You can put maple syrup. I pretty much just like the way I cook animals. When I'm outdoors, I kind of want to just do it just bare bones, so I'm fine with it like this. I like it without any sweets. So this is pretty good as it is. And it feels really comforting, especially since we've been soaked for about the last hour and a half out here. You guys missed out a pretty good storm. So with this fire, something nice and hot to drink. And also earlier, I had noticed a couple of deer, about 4 deer, that were munching out on a tree. And when I approached, I saw it was an apple tree. So I took a couple of apples. So apples straight out of here, out of the forest. This lunch right here, this apple and pine needle tea didn't cost me $1. All was gathered in this area. Can you see the steam? Nice and warm. Well, that's the conclusion of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, so once again, just to recap, pine needle tea is really good. Now, obviously, there's different species of pine, and I'll be honest, it's not my strength. Whether this is a red pine or a white pine, it's really not a plant native in my environment, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. But just go ahead and try it out. Different pines have different tastes. See if you like it. Okay, so I'm going to enjoy my lunch now because I have to get going pretty soon to head back to town. Hope you guys liked this video. If you like it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you like some more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Okay, well, this is James. I'll be back with another video next week. Now go outside and get your boots dirty.